Class, I'm very excited to be back and to see all of you today. We're going to be continuing our discussion about Jon and Amy. So if you're a Verbling Premium member, you can go ahead and click on the Join Class button. If not, at 2 minutes past the hour, you can go ahead and do so. Hi, hello. Nice to see everybody. Hi, Yusuf, Sofiane. Good to see you all. Hopefully you can join the class with us today. We're going to be focusing on some of those new idioms that we have been working on. So hopefully we get a chance to see you as well. And we still have a few minutes before we need to start. Thank you, Alpha. Yeah, that's a great idea. Make sure that everybody has the material. I think that's it. So go ahead and join the class. Alpha Pilot, what's your name? Have I had you in a class before? I like your classroom rules. That's fantastic. Very nice to see you. Alpha's right. No loud background noises. You have to mute your microphone. I think I like be respectful of the students and your teacher. That's a good one. I appreciate it. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Go ahead and join the class. It seems like we don't have many premium members with us at the moment, but as soon as we hit 2 minutes past the hour, you can go ahead and join. Be more than happy to see you all. I have been away for 2 weeks, so it's good to be back. It's very exciting to see everybody again. And of course, this story with Jon and Amy has been one of my favorite topics of discussion, so it will be very nice. All right. As soon as we get our class full, we can go ahead and get started. Hi, Sophia, and welcome to the class. How are you today? Hello. I thought I saw Sofiane. Hi, Abdallah. How are you today?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing great. It's nice to meet you. Have I had you before?
Yes, it's I think this is the time or the first time I mean.
I think you must have changed your picture.
Yes, I changed it. It was a little boy in my picture was a little boy.
Okay, well, it's great to see you again. Thanks for coming into the class. Hello, Ahmed Limo. How are you today? Hi, Ahmed. Can you hear me? Oh, seems like he's quiet. Jose Garcia, how are you today?
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Fine.
It's very nice to see you. Where are you from?
I'm from Spain.
From Spain. Very nice to meet you. I'm not going to speak Spanish then because it will sound terrible to you. But it's nice to meet you. Hi, Melissa Castro. Oh, se fue. Mina, how's it going?
Hey.
Mina, you've been working out at the gym.
Yes.
That's quite the picture. What are you trying to do?
I was boring. I was boring while you were away. So I had nothing to do but working out.
But make your muscles big.
Yes.
Well, that's quite the picture, Mina. I'm not sure if it should be allowed in class.
Oh my God.
Vicente, Rafael, how are you? Vicente, Oh, Vicente, I can't actually hear you. All I can hear is people talking in the background. I hear a woman speaking. Maybe maybe it's possible if you have a little bit of a more quiet background, it might be easier to hear you. That's okay, no problem. Sometimes my house is noisy too, so I understand. Hopefully.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's a lot better. That's very good. Vicente, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil. Wonderful. You must speak Portuguese then?
Yes, I do.
Well, it's very nice to have you in class. Thanks for coming in. Over to Yusuf. Hi, Yusuf. Yusuf, can you hear me? Come in, Yusuf. No, I don't think so. Amber, Rosario, welcome to the class. How are you? Everyone's gone silent. Fatih Aksan. Can you hear me? Well, you guys are very quiet today. Gianni, can you hear me?
Yes,
Maybe-
I can hear you. I'm Gianni from Italy, and no, nothing. I want to improve my English with your classroom.
Gianni, I know you. I know you very well. I've had you a few times.
Yes.
It's good to see you again. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
I think that is everyone. Amber, can you just say hello so we can hear you? Make sure your mic is working properly before we get started. How are you today? Yeah, it seems...
Hello,
Hi! Amber, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing wonderful. I feel well rested. I've had a very nice vacation, and I'm so excited to be back with all of you today. Amber, where are you from?
I'm from Dominican Republic.
Oh, really? I live in the Dominican Republic. I live in La Romana.
Yes?
Yes, where do you live, Amber?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. I still haven't heard from Fatih Aksan, but perhaps he will join us later. I'm going to just make a note of our lesson again. Amber, when you are not speaking, if you could just click on the mute button so we can't hear your... Gianni, he's on top of things for me. Okay. Is my microphone, is it difficult to hear me? I might have to turn off my video. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Does the microphone sound clear or is it difficult?
No, it's noisy. It's
Not clear.
not
There is
clear.
like tack, 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 tack.
Your microphone is wrong.
Is that better?
No.
Maybe.
Okay, well, let's practice with that for a moment, and maybe I'd have to make an adjustment, but hopefully that is okay. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's take a look at our lesson for today. We're going to be continuing our story about Jon and Amy. Yes, Yusuf, that's what I have been told. Yusuf, can you say hello so we can hear you on your microphone? So I can't hear you. I see that you're in the class, but you're only participating in chat. Okay, it's not working. That's okay, we will continue. So go ahead and open up the document that we have there in the chat, okay, in the Verbling chat. Hi, Sofiane, good to see you. How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine.
Good, it's nice to see you again. Very nice. Perhaps we can go ahead and start with our warm-up questions, okay, just to get into the class on everyday idioms. We're going to be learning things like what it means to be chatty, to have your heart race, Who believes in love in first sight? We're going to be talking about all of these different idioms that we have in English and, of course, using them in conversation, okay? So let's go ahead. Abdallah, perhaps you could read question number 1 on page 1 and give us your answer. Go ahead, Abdallah.
Yes. What's your ideal date? You mean about love or a girlfriend or?
Your ideal date. So, do you know what a date is, Abdallah?
Yeah, a date is talk about a month and a day.
Yeah, so what do you like to do on a date? Your ideal, the best thing that you would like to do on a date.
My birthday.
Sorry?
My birthday.
Oh, I don't think I understood that, Abdallah. Your best day?
Birthday.
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 Okay, I see what you're saying. However, we're talking about a date, and let me just make a note of this in our chat. You're right. A date can be a specific day of the year. However, this is a date where a couple go out for a, well, it's like a romantic date. Okay? So perhaps they go to the movies or they go to the for dinner, something like that. Okay, well, let me just try one thing with my microphone. One moment. Okay, I'm not sure if that will help, but perhaps you can hear me better now. Can anyone hear me better? Overload. Okay, I don't think at this exact moment I can do that. However, let's go ahead and continue. So a date is a romantic time with another person. It could be the movies or going for dinner. Okay? You can also adjust the volume on your own computer if I'm too loud. Let's continue. Amber, could you read number 2 for us? Okay, Gianni, go ahead. You read it for us then.
Yes. What was the best or worst date you or a friend has ever had?
So what do you think, Gianni? Can you think of a date that you had that was maybe a bit of a nightmare?
No, normally I like. No, I didn't have a nightmare date.
You have. I have never had.
Maybe sometime I was bored, but not some nightmare.
You were bored. Well, that's not very fun. That's not a very nice date, is it? What about you, Jose Garcia? Have you ever had a disaster date, as Mina likes to put it?
I don't remember now. I am worried, ma'am.
You're worried?
Yes.
What are you worried about?
I like the sunshine. I feel good taking beer on the beach. No, it's good. Every day is good for me.
Oh, okay, very good. Do we understand what a date is? Mina, can you explain to the rest of the class what kind of date we are talking about?
It's like when you see a girl and you like it, you like her, so you ask her, so you ask her for a date, ask her to go out with you. So she's like, you're asking me out, and you like, yeah, and you take her, for example, to a restaurant or a movie theater or something like this, and that's called a date or a romantic appointment with a girl or guy, depending on your gender.
So, thank you, Mina. That was a fantastic explanation. So, Jose, we're not talking about a fecha. We're talking about an evening out with a person. And we can't hear you. At least I can't hear you. All sorts of technical issues. I can't hear you, Jose. I'm sorry. Is your microphone on mute?
No, yes, but I don't know what you ask me. What they ask? What they ask? Please, can you repeat?
Of course, yeah. I'm asking you about the best date you have ever had.
I have best day every day. I no problem. I feel good every day. I have lunch. I take beer. I play. I no problem. Every day is good for me.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you, Jose. Thank you for sharing that with us. What about you, Mina? Can you tell us about a disaster date that you might have had?
Disaster date. I didn't date that much, but I think most of my dates were okay, maybe I was a disaster for some of them, yeah.
Somebody else is talking about
Let's
you
put
right
it
now.
that way. Maybe yes, let's put it that way. I was a disaster.
Well, me too, so
But
don't
no,
worry
I
about
didn't.
it. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Sofiane? Would you like to tell us about the best or the worst date you or a friend has ever had?
Well, I want to tell you about disaster dating for me. It was
Yay!
with it was with a girl which I want to speak to her, but she refused, and it was very sad day.
She refused to speak to you.
Yes.
Oh, Sofiane, you don't deserve that.
No, it's so long. It's so far. Maybe for 5 years ago, I think.
That's very sad. I'm sure that won't happen again, though. But that is a disaster. It's very uncomfortable, isn't it?
Okay.
Let's move over to question number 4 with Vicente. Can you read number 4 for us, Vicente?
Okay. Do you have a best friend that you can talk to?
So tell us, who is your best friend? Tell us about who they are.
Yes, I have one that I can talk almost everything with him. What do I have to say about him?
Maybe tell us, why is he or she your best friend?
He is my best friend because he has a thinking alike. We think alike about some things.
Okay, you like the same things? That's good. That's important to have things in common.
Yes, we have some things in common.
What about you, Yusuf? Do you have a best friend that you like to speak with or share things with? Maybe you can respond in the chat. And we have, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. I'm not sure if it's Bana. Yeah, you. What's your name?
It's Valera.
Can you type that in the chat box for me? Mina knows I have real big problems with names.
I already did this.
Can you?
Valera.
Oh, Valera, perfect. You are awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself before I get you to ask a question? Where are you from?
I'm from Russia, and I'm a graphic designer. So, what else can I tell about myself?
Your English is really good. You have a very good accent. Where did you learn?
Oh, well, I learned it at school and later in the university, and also I use it in my everyday life.
That's really good. You sound like you have been studying for a long time. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Tell us about who your best friend is and what you like to talk about with your best friend.
Oh, my best friend, her name is Julia. She's like a sister to me, you know. I can tell everything to her, and we can discuss everything. But we live in different cities now, and it's difficult to maintain our relationships.
Yes, that can be difficult. Long distance between friends often makes it a little bit more challenging, right?
Yes.
Abdallah, what do you think people can do to keep in touch with friends who live in different cities? What do you think you can do to keep in touch with them? Abdallah.
Oh, I think it's easy now in 2013 when you have Facebook, when you have Twitter, you can chat with them at least. You can call them. You can send. You can text them. So why not? It will help, I'm sure.
Excellent. Very good. Thanks for sharing that with us. Abdallah, what about you? Can you tell us about your best friend and what you like to talk about?
Yes. His name is M, and he's a very kind person. He listened to me more than anybody else, so I can talk to him and in special secrets, in special things or secrets about myself, and he keeps secrets, so it's the best friend for me. So I trust in him, and also he has an a future view. He can advise me. He has a good view and a good knowledge. You can call him. He has the sixth sense.
So Abdallah, you said special secrets. Are you going to share any of those with us? Who wants to know Abdallah's special secret?
Yeah.
Can you tell us, Abdallah, or no? You're not going to share?
The secret which are known by more than two. It's not a secret. It's something else.
Go on, get it out. Mina thinks it's a scandal. Don't listen to him. He's just trying to bug you. Okay, let's continue on with our exercise here. You see a picture on page number 2. Perhaps we could get Amber. So Amber, Amber, on the top right-hand corner of your screen, you can unmute your microphone. We want to hear from you, but I know I'm getting some background noise, so I have to keep you muted when you're not speaking. Okay, Amber? So if you want to, go ahead and tell us, what do you see on the picture, in the picture on page 2? Amber.
I see two guys.
What are they doing? Give us some more, maybe some details onto what you see.
They are talking
Mm-hmm. What do you imagine they are talking about?
about girls.
Girls. Gianni, do you agree with that? What else? What do you think they could be
Yes,
talking about?
yes, we can see the expression of one guy he say, "Hey, boy, yesterday I picked it up."
Pick it up. Okay. Do you think that's a common topic with men nowadays?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Do you think talking about girls is common between men?
Ah, if no, I didn't understand. If are coming girl between these guys?
Is it common for men to talk about girls?
Ah, sure. It's the first. It's normal. Like a girl talk about a man. It's normal.
I would think so, yes. So let's go ahead and read our dialogue. Now, in the dialogue, we're going to see a lot of different idioms, expressions in English. Maybe we will not understand, okay? Adi, who do you mean? Give chance to talk who? Oh, I thought Adi was in our class, sorry. Let's go ahead to page number 4. Okay, page number 4, we have our dialogue here. We're going to read the conversation between Andrew and John, and then we're going to, of course, use that to have a discussion, okay? So let's go ahead and start with Jose. Jose, could you do us a favor? Can you read Andrew's first line? Go ahead, Jose.
Okay. Was last night the big night?
Okay, so we have an idiom right here on our first line, the big night. Jose, what does that mean, the big night?
Maybe or a concert or a date with a girl.
Excellent. Yeah, that's exactly it, Jose. So it's some kind of special event, right?
Yeah, yes.
When do you think you might use that expression? Mina, when might you say this is the big night? What kind of event would you be talking about?
Maybe I was in something special like my graduation party, or I had an interview and I got the job. I got married.
Excellent. Those would all be times when you would say it's the big night. Very good. Sofiane, what about you? Have you recently had something happen to you where you might say this is the big night?
Not something so special. Maybe my the night when I obtained my master degrees. Maybe it seems to be a special day and particularly special night.
Absolutely. You might even say that's the big day, right? Something that maybe happens during the day. Awesome. While you're there, Sofiane, could you read the next 2 lines?
Okay. So for Andrew or for John?
For John and then Andrew, the next 2 lines.
Okay. Yeah, it was great. I went on my first date with Amy. Give me the scoop.
Excellent. So what is Andrew looking for? Maybe we could ask Vicente. What is Andrew asking for when he says, give me the scoop? What do you think, Vicente?
Well, I think that he is asking about the details of the night we had.
Excellent. He is. He's asking for the details. Details. Scoop. Sorry, plural, singular. So what kind of details do you think Andrew is expecting? What do you think he wants to know? What information does he want to learn about? Valera,
Yeah.
what kind of information do you think Andrew wants to know about?
I think Andrew wants to know things like how was she and was she pretty? What was the ending of the evening and something like this, you know.
Excellent, yeah. Now I noticed you said how was she? Are you talking about like her physical description?
Yeah.
Okay, so in English, instead of saying how was she, because that means like how did she feel, or what was her personality, so you could say what did she look like?
Oh,
What did she look like, or what was she like?
well, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Awesome job, though. All of those details were good. While you're there, Valera, could you read the next line with John?
It was by far the best date I've had. I'm counting my blessings.
Excellent. Good reading. Very good pronunciation. So back to you, Abdallah. What do you think? How do you think John feels about the date?
Oh, it feels
Sorry,
great.
I meant to say Abdallah. Sorry.
No.
Abdallah, how do you think John feels about the date?
It was amazing. It was great.
Yeah. Why do you think he added that expression, that idiom, by far the best date? What does that mean?
So, but I'm just searching
By far.
I
For example,
I can't find is there in the context or not?
yes. I can help you though. Like if I were to say to you, this is by far the best class I have ever had.
Yeah, it's a long time I haven't a class like this.
It's exactly, but when you add the expression by far, it means that it exceeds anything else by a huge amount.
Yeah.
Okay? So if he said this was the best date I ever had, it might mean that it was just a little bit better. However, by far adds a huge amount of emphasis to that, okay?
Yes.
Maybe we could get you to use that in a sentence. Use the expression by far in a sentence for us, Abdallah.
Mm.
I'm going to give you a minute, okay? I'll come back to you and you can share it with us, okay?
Yes, yes, thank you.
Amber, can you read the next two lines? Go ahead and just unmute your mic, Amber, and read the next two lines with Andrew and John.
Do you have a lot in common?
And the next one?
Yeah, we found a lot of common ground. We both like a lot of the same things.
Okay, so what does John like about Amy? What's something he appreciates about her?
What?
What is something that John likes about Amy?
That they have much in common. They like a lot. She like the same things like him.
Excellent. So maybe tell us about someone that you have a lot in common with, Amber. Who is somebody that you have a lot in common with?
Oh, my best friend.
So what do you have in common with her?
We both like play volleyball and sing or go out.
Excellent. Very good. Well, it sounds like you're good friends then. That's great. Gianni,
Yes.
why do you think it's important for someone, a couple, on a date to have common ground?
Yeah, it's important because if you share some interests, some values, you can meet. It's important because if you think about something at the same way, you have an empathy with this person. It's for me. It's the first. It's very important.
Ah, very good. That's a really good point. To have empathy with somebody, that's something that's important, and that's a really good word that you brought out for her. Thank you for that. Okay, let's continue to the next one. Jose Garcia, could you read the next two lines with Andrew and John, please?
That's great. Did you talk a lot? Yeah, she's really chatty, so we had some great conversations.
Excellent reading, Jose. So what kind of girl is Amy? What information do you gather about Amy here?
I think she speak, she talk a lot of.
She talks a lot. So Jose, what do you think of a girl who talks a lot? Is that your preference?
I prefer spend time with woman chatty, talk a lot to me. I like listen.
You like to listen.
I like listen her.
You like to... So you could say, I like to listen to her. Can you repeat
Yes.
that?
I like to listen her.
To her.
I like to listen to her.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So you are a chatty girl's dream date, Jose.
Yes, I think so.
What about you, Mina? Do you like a chatty girl or do you like to do most of the talking?
Oh my God, I have no choice. They are chatty all the time. It's like hours and hours and hours. It's like I love talking, but not that much, you know.
You're not a huge talker, Mina.
I am, but not that much. I have a limit, you know, like 2 hours limit.
2 hours.
They have no limits. The
Wow.
problem that they are talking about the stuff that I have nothing to do with it, like about their makeup, their dress, or something like that. Girly stuff. So
Well, if you go on a date with a girl, she doesn't talk about her makeup or her dresses, does she?
they do.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I can imagine why that would be very boring for you then.
No, I help her, you know, picking her style or something like this. It's like I'm her girl, her best friend ever, you know.
Mm. Well, that's good. It's good to be good friends like that and talk about things that are important to you. So,
Yes.
so far, what do you think about John and Amy's first date? What kind of details do you think have stood out? Sofiane,
Yes.
tell us about so far, we're about almost halfway through the story now. Tell us, what is your impression on John and Amy's first date so far? Give us a little summary. How does John feel? What does Andrew think? What do you notice?
Well, I think that for the first time they seems to be similar. They seems to be okay. Each one of them seems to be to feel to appreciate the other person or partner, and it seems to be okay for them.
Very good. Yeah, they seem to have had a nice time together. So let's continue. Sofiane, can you read the next two lines, Andrew and then John?
Okay, so for Andrew, do you think you'll go on another date? For sure. In fact, we already made plans to see each other next week. I can't wait.
Excellent. Very good. So obviously John and Amy, they had a successful date. We see this expression or this idiom here for sure. Can you think of another situation that you might use that expression? When might you say for sure? What do you think, Sofiane?
Sorry, I don't understand the question.
When might you use that idiom for sure? When might you say that?
For sure. Really, I don't understand what that could mean. Maybe it mean to be sure.
To be sure, yeah, that's true. It's like he's very positive about the response. He's sure in it. Now, what do you think, Vicente? When might you say for sure? Can you give us an example?
For sure, I will
think
say that.
may I say now?
Sorry, Vicente, I didn't hear you. Can you say that again?
I think you had to say for sure when something will happen. Certainly will happen. It's not something probable. It's something that it's certainly that something will happen.
Okay, very good. So when you hear John's response here, he says, for sure, we're going to have another date. Would you say he's confident, or how does he feel about having another date?
Can you repeat the question, please?
What kind of confidence does John have with regards to having another date? What is his confidence like?
He thinks that he will be able to see her date next week. He's confident about it.
He is confident. Exactly. Very good. Oh, I'm just going to mute that. Very good. Excellent. So let's continue with our...
I will have to work tomorrow.
Okay, excellent. There you go. So there's an example of when you might say it. Or you can also use it in very casual settings, like, did you have a good time? Yeah, for sure. We had a really good time. So sometimes it doesn't seem like it makes sense, but it's...
For sure it is more informal. So.
It's informal. Very informal, very casual.
Right.
Good job. Thank you, Vicente, for sharing that. Can you go ahead and read the next two lines for us? Andrew and then John?
Whoa, you must really like her. I do. My heart races every time I think about her.
Excellent. Good reading. So, Valera, tell us, what does that expression mean? How does John feel every time he thinks about Amy?
Oh, I think that he feels like butterflies in the stomach, you know.
Butterflies in his stomach. Describe what that feels like.
It feels like the heart races. It's when I don't know how to say it. It's very good, you know.
It's a good feeling indeed.
It's a good feeling.
I was going to ask you if your best friend ever gave you butterflies in your stomach, but I suppose you won't want to say that, so we'll move on. Amber, can you unmute your mic? Can you tell us about a time when you have felt like your heart was racing, or like our friend Valera said, he had butterflies in his stomach? Can you tell us about a time when you had felt like that? Okay, I think she's off the grid. What about you, Armando? Tell us what you think that means when your heart races, or tell us about a time when you have felt that way. Sorry, your microphone is on mute, Armando. I can't hear you. Okay, I'm going to have to head over to Gianni just because we are just running out of time here. Gianni, tell us about it.
Yes, have butterfly in the stomach means when you are so happy to see another time this girl. I think that it's more common when you are when you are a teenager. The first dates that you have.
Okay, that's a really good point that you said that. Why do you think it's more common for a teenager than for an adult? Why do you think that?
Because the first time get a date, it's more special than when you used to go out with many girls. It's not special like when you was a child. When you was a child, you are more nervous. You prepared your date very. Yeah, I think this.
Excellent. That was a really good description, Gianni. I really enjoyed that. Ambar, I am putting your microphone on mute when you are not speaking because we can't hear you. We can hear you and I can hear myself because you don't have headphones. So that's why. Every time you want to speak, you have to unmute it, okay? So next time I come around, we'll get you. Okay, Jose, what do you think about what Gianni said? When your heart races, do you think that's more common for young people, or do you think it still happens when you get older?
Yes, I think they feel like teenager, young people. Yes, I I was young too. I understand it.
Okay, very good. Let's continue. Mina, can you read the next two lines?
Sure. Do you believe in love at first sight? I'm not sure, but I think I'm falling head over heels for her.
Okay, so that's an interesting question. Love at first sight is a very common topic that people talk about, I'm sure in many languages. Mina, what's your opinion? What do you think? Do you think that's possible, or do you think it's not possible?
It's like a crush, you know, when you see someone whose his appearance is interesting, and your heart start race. Maybe it's like first impression. It's not accurate all the time, you know. But
Very
yeah,
good.
live the moment.
It's very much so based on the moment. That's true. That's true. So what is love at first sight? What is it based on?
Eyes,
Boys?
eyes, your eyes.
Love at
Today,
first sight. Okay, it's based on eyes. That's Mina's thing, I guess. What about you,
Yes.
Sofiane? What's it based on for you?
I think love from the first sight is made just for story and movie and not for real life. Sorry about that.
No, I think I agree with you, Sofiane. I think someone you might think that you really like them in the beginning, but then once you get to know them, you might realize that they're not for you, right?
So
It's
far
only
you can
affection.
appreciate them.
Sorry, what was that, Sofiane?
You can appreciate someone from the first sight and not much. Well,
I agree. That's really good. And Gianni, you said something, but I didn't hear you. What were you going to add?
No, I say that really it's only attraction, not love. Attraction at first sight, because we are also animal, so it's not normal be attracted at first sight.
That's true. Very good. Thank you for sharing that with us. And if anyone has any points that they want to add, you can feel free to jump in. The muted microphones are mostly for background noise. So if anyone has any expressions they would like to share, now is the time. Let's talk then about this expression, falling head over heels. Head over heels. Vicente, what do you think that means?
Okay, I think that this phrase means that he is very, very, how to say, he's very falling in love with her.
Okay, to fall for. So let's talk about that phrasal verb for a second, Vicente, to fall for her. What does that mean? Can you give us a description?
No, I said he is very falling in love. He's falling in love, really falling in love.
He's falling. I'm sorry, you have so much like noise in your background. I can't hear every word you say. Maybe if you type it into the chat box as well. I think I heard you say he's falling in love with her, but I could be wrong.
Yes, I said it.
Okay.
He's really falling in love for her. I think this phrase means.
Very good. So why do you think we have falling head over heels? Valera, could you explain why you think that's the idiom? Why do you think it's head over heels?
Actually, I have no idea. But if you ask me, I think it's like to fall in love, but without love, just not so serious.
Okay, so you might maybe call that a crush, right? Something that's not actual love,
something like this.
Okay, so who knows what heels are? Who can explain what are heels?
Back of your foot.
Exactly, Mina. So what does it mean if you are head over heels?
Totally, your body, everything in your body loves him.
Exactly, that's it. Very good. Good expression there. Everything in your body loves him. That's really funny. Okay, let's finish with our last two lines. Maybe Amber, if you could unmute your microphone, read the last two lines for us, okay?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, now we can hear you. Perfect.
She must be a great girl. She is. I can't wait for you to meet her. Then you will see for yourself how great she is.
Excellent reading. Very good. So Amber, what is Andrew's impression of Amy?
Oh, he says she is a nice girl. He likes her.
Yeah, he says, wow, she seems really great.
Yeah.
And what does John want for Andrew? What does he want Andrew to do?
Oh, he wants to introduce her to Andrew.
Okay, very good, excellent. Gianni, why is that a risk? What risk is John taking?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? Why
of
John?
Course. What risk is John taking?
That Andrew can be have a delusion by what he will see.
He might have a what?
For what he will see.
So what is the risk then? Can you think of a risk?
You say risk as risk.
Yes, exactly. Risk.
Yes, I said this. He might not like her.
Okay, he might not like her. What other risk is possible, Mina?
I type it in the chat.
Sorry?
I put it in the chat.
I'm sorry, I did not hear a word of that. Can you say it one more time?
It's in the chat. The risk in the chat.
The risk is the
No, he want to say that he typed what he want to say in the chat.
okay, in the chat. I'm sorry, Mina. The risk is his girl might get away, or his friend might get away with his girl. That's a risk. That is definitely a risk. But you know what? He's got to introduce him to her friends, right?
He shouldn't.
Very good. So now let's go back to that picture that we had here. We're going to do a little role play with our last 4 minutes of class. Who would like to be John? Who would like to be John in the role play?
Me, Sofian.
Okay. Sophia, you're going to be John. And who would like to be Andrew?
Anyone, me. I mean, if anyone, if no one, so it's me.
Okay, Mina, it's you. Everyone's feeling shy today. So this is what we're going to do. I want you, John, or Sophia, and I want you to, in just a few words, we don't want to have it too long, just go ahead and tell Andrew about your date. And Mina, you being Andrew, I want you to ask some... Ooh, okay, get rid of that. Sorry, Amber, I have to mute your microphone because when I speak and you have it on, I can hear myself repeating and it's difficult to concentrate. Mina, you're going to be Andrew, so you are going to ask questions. You're going to want details from Sofiane, okay? So go ahead, Andrew, why don't you start us off as Mina, of course. Go ahead and ask John a question.
Should I improvise or read from the script?
No, you're going to improvise. This is just a few questions additionally that you might ask.
Okay.
So,
So, man, did you like this girl?
well, I think so. She looks wonderful. I don't want. Yes.
Yeah.
What did you like in her?
She's smooth. She looks pretty. She has a good talks.
Yeah, nice lips.
Okay, I see.
She has a good what?
I mean, she has a good speech, something like that. She talks well.
Do you mean her voice, her actual voice?
No, her words.
The way she talk.
Okay.
Yeah. The way she think. The way she think.
Thanks, Osama. We're just in the middle of a role play. You're welcome to listen to it, though. So go ahead, continue, Mina.
Okay, man, I see. So, I am so exciting. I really want to see her. But, man, I want to ask you a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Does she have a sister or a friend? Because I'm so desperate. I just broke up with my girlfriend.
We are not talking for much of time. I don't have this information. Maybe she has a lot of...
If you have her number, you should call her immediately.
Okay, next time when I have her number, I will give you.
Okay,
I can't imagine. I can't imagine Mina's desperate with those big muscles.
Fake muscles.
Oh man!
Oh!
Don't forget to show her my picture. don't forget to show her my pictures, okay?
No, I just show her. I will just
Okay.
show her.
Don't tell her don't tell her I'm a desperate, okay?
Are you trying to sell a girl?
This is fantastic. Okay, well that's the end of class. I have to open for the next hour. Very good role play, and Alberto says she's actually the devil in disguise. So watch out, boys. Be careful. And I am going to close so I can open for the next hour. Check out my Facebook page for the upcoming idioms, okay? Oh, sorry, Osama, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Join me.
your microphone make a lot of noise.
Thank you. I didn't know that.
Just a feedback.
Okay, bye everyone. See you next hour if you're in. Bye.
Bye.